So do not get to heaven and you haven't opened your boxes. Every opportunity and challenge that comes to you, there is something. Take action today. So today, we greet ourselves with that it is bold enough to move. Action. Ourselves that it is bold to move. Okay? Action is love in motion. Love for our dreams, for our families, for our future. If you look at it and you want to take action, you have to say things that will help you to propel yourself in the right direction through the 5 pillars. You cannot take action without enhancing those 5 pillars or engaging them or embracing them. I am a person of action. My movement creates momentum, and my momentum transforms my life. That's powerful. I take action, and my action creates momentum, and momentum transforms my life. I am a person of action. My movement creates momentum, and my momentum transforms my life. So when I teach always, and when I speak the morning blessing, I embrace the 5 pillars of prosperity. The emotional prosperity can damage you if you do not take action on it. It can damage you if you take action emotionally not balanced and in the right frame of mind at the moment. Action releases emotional clutter. When we stay stuck in thought, fear grows. A single decisive step, making that phone call, forgiving, starting the conversation, breaks fear's grip. So sometimes we can take a drastic action that causes fear. And what do we have to do when we realize our action is going to cost us something based on our emotional, how we felt? Remember, your emotional prosperity is bent entirely, and it is pushed from the 5 senses: hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. Somebody cuts you off, you rush to cut them off. Somebody does that, you go after them. Hey, that's emotional not working. So what action can you take in that moment? Stop and breathe, or as they say, count to 10. You're reaching for something that you know for sure will push you to another level that first you don't want to be. Especially when you get there and say, what the hell am I doing there? Why did I do that? That is too late, because that is why the singer said, regret is etched on my brow, but I can do nothing about it now because I didn't stop to breathe. I didn't stop to inhale. So a single decisive step, making that phone call, forgiving someone, starting the conversation, breaks fear's grip. What one conversation will free my heart today? Sometimes the conversation that will free your heart today is the one where you're telling somebody, I do not like your behavior towards me. I would prefer if you didn't treat me that way. That conversation can certainly hurt you. And it will be hard, but you can tell that person that. And maybe they will say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize my action or my words or my behavior would affect you that way. Of course, they can turn the other way. I'll give you my example. One woman from some publishing publicist, whatever. And I don't know why people believe that you can just pull the wool over people's eye and their eyes are going to stay shut. She's been calling for a few days. Finally, I called back. Then I didn't leave a message because they put music on, so I hung up. So she called back. And then she's talking to me and she tells me, I'm calling about your book, The 5 Pillars of Prosperity. I'm a publicist and the Library of Congress has recommended your book. And I go, yeah, right. That is bullshit. I know that and you know that. So I listened to her for a while. And then she went on and on. And I said to her, listen, I do not want a publicist. I said, I wrote my book for the sheer joy of sharing it. If it sells one, but it can be a movie. And I'm thinking, lady, you didn't read the book. But anyway, I tried to get away from her, and when she saw I wouldn't take the bait, she said to me, I said, listen, when are you going to tell me how much it's going to cost me for me to have you be a publicist for me? Oh, I don't charge. I know you're insulting me. You're judging me. I'm a Christian. And I go, oh, God, another one of them. That is a Christian on the tongue, not in the action. And I'm sitting there and go, oh, okay. Well, since you are judging me, I have to go. Bye. I go, okay. I thought case was closed. No, case wasn't closed. She called back. I didn't answer. But then she left a message. So I picked up the message. The Christian. You didn't do that, the Christian. By the way, your book is trash. That was a message, and I started laughing. I don't care. I wrote the bloody book. It's trash or no trash. I did my best, and I didn't care. So I just have to tell you. So you see, two kinds of phone call. I didn't feed her. I didn't give her what she wanted from me. So she decided to blast me. She's a Christian, but that's what the Christianity told her to do. And I'm thinking, wow, oh man. I missed that one. I didn't get it. So that's one of those things you have to be careful with. So I blocked the number. So that conversation did not free her heart today, did it? No, it didn't. So physical prosperity, your body thrives on movement. A brisk walk, stretching between tasks, drinking water when the alarm songs, each is a vote for vitality. Did you hear what I said? We know our body thrives on a movement. A brisk walk, it helps. It doesn't have to be 10 hours, 30 minutes, 15 minutes each way, 15 minutes the other way. Stretching between what you're doing. You were sitting for an hour doing whatever. So get up and stretch. Touch the floor. Touch it. And then get to the point where you can actually do this to the floor. Grab your toes and pull it up. A stretch. You know, drinking water. Line up half your body's weight in ounces of water. Glasses. If you need 80 ounces of water, line 8 glasses and drink one of them. And when they're all done, then you know you've done the best you can for your body today. So, what physical action you have to ask yourself, will I take to honor my body this morning? What physical action? To honor it. It could be having a shower, getting dressed, putting some makeup, putting some aftershave, whatever. What is it you can do? Ask yourself that and do it for yourself, because you will feel better. If you feel better, that's all matters, because you see, today is the best day of your life. Today is just all, not because of this particular day, but every new day is the best days of our life. Mental prosperity. Action clarifies thinking. Reading the first page, writing the first paragraph, enrolling in the course. Motion feeds focus. So mental, learn something new. Read a book, read something. Pick up something that will entice you. Pick up the 5 pillars of prosperity and read about the one that I wrote about mental prosperity. The ability to recall what you have learned and apply it at the appropriate time. This pillar is often confused with emotional. The 2 pillars are quite different. Your emotions are based entirely on your reaction to what you see and hear and go on. This one, mental, is the ability to recall what you have learned and to apply it at the right time. Don't start talking about something that has no meaning and everybody's looking at you and then they go, oh, you have Alzheimer's. Takes you from infancy to adulthood. What can you do to maintain it? Stimulate it. Feed it the good food. Drink water. Your brain needs water. Your body needs water. Your joints need water. They need this, they need that. You need vitamins. Do something with it. So what idea deserves a single concrete step before noon? What idea is in my head? I can take a step, and action creates changes in our lives. So what can I do mentally before 12 o'clock today that will give me an opportunity to change my life? Read the book, begin the exercise program, sit on the floor and stretch, anything to help the body, to help you. When your mind is going, the body is going. When your mind is going, the emotional is getting charged. Everybody is awake. Action changes our lives. Inaction keeps us the same. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A stone that sits on the hillside and never moves, moss grows on it. Water that is stagnant smells. Mold goes where there is moisture that is not moving. All of that are the lessons for us to learn. Get up and walk around your house for 3 minutes every hour if you're senior. And if you're a senior and you have decided, oh, when I retire, I'm just going to sit and watch TV. Really? Everything will cease. You will need to spray your joints with WD-40 for them to work. So that's what happens when you do not move, when you do not take action. Spiritual prosperity. Faith without action is daydreaming. Prayer, meditation, volunteering, even lighting a candle is action that aligns you with the divine. The candle season is coming. That's what I call the fall. Turn all the lights off in your room where you sit and put a couple candles. Put them in a container with water. So if you forget them, they won't blow up and burn. And sit there and inhale and observe the atmosphere, how the dancing of the energy is in the room. Where is Spirit nudging me to show up today? Where is God telling me to go? I ask God that question every day. Every morning I open my window, I look out, normally to the west, and I say, Father God, what would you have me do today? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? Every day. Another thing I love is that song, I'm the God of Sea and Sky. That song, when he says, I need help, you can say, here am I, Lord, I will go and lead me. Or your universe, I need help, show me what to do, lead me. I'm the God of Sea and Sky. It's an amazing song. And he said, all I want is somebody to help me, to help others. That is spiritual prosperity. What can you do to help somebody? That lady certainly was on the edge. I feel for her. Can you imagine how hurt and how disturbed she is just because I didn't want to participate in her stuff? That she chose to be like that. I didn't call her, she called me, and I said, I'm not interested, leave it alone. But no, and she's coming to me with Christianity like her shawl. Why do we hide behind the cross with a dagger in our hand? I don't get it. But it was necessary. She brought her pressure up. She dialed. She was in the moment and she had to get it up. I didn't ask her. She dialed, she waited for the prompt to leave a message, and she left that message. So why didn't she breathe enough and behave like the fuller brush salesman? That's a no. I'm going to keep going. I'll get a yes. And I'm sure maybe she needs that money for her to feed. She's doing this. This is not an easy job to cold call. We had to do it at the bank, but man, we did it. Not every call gave us results, but we did not curse the customers. We did not take our spirituality to begin and then take our anger to end. That is why when somebody comes to me and says, I'm a born-again Christian, I have to breathe. I just breathe. Because so many times these people have shown me something else. I'm a born-again Christian and I work and I do this and I come to the bank and you help me to manage my money. You showed me all of this and then I said, can you share it at your church? And what I do for you, and if they come, I can help them to get a home like you got your condo, Mavis. No, I don't want nobody to know my business. And she's a Christian. So anyway, where is Spirit nudging me to show up today? Ask Spirit, what do you want me to do, God? What do you want me to say to you today, universe? I will keep doing my money blessing until I am unable to do it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I don't even know. I don't care. I just have to do it because it's inside of me. And if I can get one of you to believe in yourself every day for 5 days a week, I do this, and one person gets one little nugget, one little pearl, one diamond, and they move their life in the right direction, even for the day, my mission has been accomplished. Financial prosperity. Tessa-Marie, it's always about finance. Why do people do this to me? They tell me that, but you know what? It allows you to have experiences you wouldn't normally have if you didn't have it. Maybe you couldn't retire if you didn't have that pension you worked for. You didn't put money in that 401k, that RRSP, that tax-free savings account, that Canada pension, that Social Security. If you did not contribute, you couldn't retire. You have a choice. If you want to know what that's like, walk into one of these stores where they have a greeter holding on to a grocery cart. They're too old to do this, but they have to, because they don't have the financial means to allow them not to have to go to work. It's not comparison, it's an eye-opener. Money responds to movement. Setting up automatic savings, that's my big thing. Reviewing your financial plan. Sending an invoice when somebody owes you money. Tiny but powerful action that reshapes your financial future. Save a little every time you get paid. When the money, if somebody pays you in cash, put that cash down somewhere and don't touch it. Let your paycheck stay in your account for 24 hours before you start clicking and spending. Hold on to it for a bit longer. Appreciate it. My mother said to me once, when you win a lottery money, like it's $2 or $10, she said, you got this back. So it was given to you. Yeah, you spend, you got your want. That money should not be given back to the seller to buy more ticket. That money should be taken and placed in your wallet or put it somewhere and let it accumulate until it becomes enough that you can use to buy one particular thing. Very possible to do that, right? So why don't we do that? But we don't know. Nobody taught us that. She taught that to me. So what if somebody gives me a ticket and I win $2? The $2 stays in a bowl until another $2 come. And then I can do something with it. It's just another way. What you receive, you must take and honor. And your paycheck, I know you work, I know you sweat, I know you didn't like the job, but breathe, look at it and say, great. Money to use for my living expenses. Avoid the word bills. We know we all have it. Money to use for my living expenses. So what small financial movement can you that will move your future? What is this? What small financial move will my future like? Do it. So always journal with your 5 pillars. When you take action and you do something, you open a door. A door labeled New Life stands behind me. The door is telling you, you do this, and the new life, the life you seek is right behind me. Let's get that. With each breath, you feel the courage to turn the knob. You want that new life. Turning the knob is taking the action, the uncomfortable action, making that phone call. Stop chewing on these candies and eating a big bowl of food. You want to lose a little weight. Or doing something, just something. Drink some water. Water doesn't have to have taste. Like my cousin said, it doesn't taste good. I said, I didn't know it had to have a taste. Just drink it. I don't like it. Okay. But don't complain to me every joint in your body is aching. I do not want to hear that. Put some lubrication called water there instead of what you put on the outside. As the door opens for you, step into a space where goals are alive because they are acted upon. Let them linger there, sensing gratitude and excitement. Have affirmations. An affirmation. Today I act with clarity and purpose. Those are strong words, right? Small step creates great shifts. You start a wall with one brick. I move forward even when I don't see the whole path. I just go. I just show up and show up and show up. Do not stop because the world is watching you. Stop because you can feel you being energized out there. Action is my love language to myself. Taking action satisfies you, gives you joy, you feel amazing. Dreams wait for movement, and the God and the universe rewards action. So always make choices today to be bold in what you do. You believe it, do it. Do not let the opinions or the assumptions or the negative words or energy of others stop you from being the most amazing and spectacular you. You're amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. No matter who you are, you always will be. So may your choices today be bold, your steps steady, and your heart certain that every action, no matter how small, changes your life for the better. Look at your pillars. You can pause long on each pillar and add a personal thing to it for you. So a few of you a while ago, long time ago, heard me talk about the white boxes. I need to visualize this. We have a minute. 1 minute. All of us are given this tiny, huge, small, medium, various size of boxes. Picture this. They are all wrapped with that shiny, thick, white bridal paper. And the brightest of blues, ribbons, large royal blue, that blue that just goes against that shining paper that just looks amazing blue. And these boxes are there in our life, all of them. They require action on our part. So this man dies and goes to heaven. And St. Peter was busy. His back was turned. He looked, said, "Hold on, John, I'll be there with you in a moment." So John, he's looking around. He sees a room full of boxes, all kinds scattered all over the floor. No room to walk. Huge one, tiny, ring-sized boxes. St. Peter saw him curious. "Hey, John, don't go in there. Please don't go in there." But when St. Peter turned his back again, off he went into that beautiful room. He couldn't resist those white, shiny, and that blue. You can't resist it. I can't. And he went in there, looking through, starts to dig, looking at these boxes. He comes out kind of dejected. He looks to St. Peter and he said, why is my name on all these boxes?" St. Peter said, "I told you not to go in there." He said, "Well, it was so beautiful. I went in there." He said, "Well, your name are on these boxes because, John, these are all the opportunities you had and you chose not to take them. You chose to say, I do not want anybody to know my business, to come into my life, to come into my inside. You chose to close your life away. And because you did that, you are unable to open, you never opened the opportunities and these boxes because you were afraid to share. Somebody would know your heart. You smile when you were angry, but because you thought, I hate them when you walk away." And he said, they look back and the boxes are leaving. Where are they going? Why are they leaving? He said, "They're no longer yours, but there's a young man down the street that just moved on your street." "Oh yeah, that busybody." "Yeah, he's busy. These are his boxes now, and he's using them." So do not get to heaven and you haven't opened your boxes. Every opportunity and challenge that comes to you, there is something. Take action today. Do not let the day go by with an action you had from last year still nagging. I should do that. I will do that. I'm going to lose the weight. Hey, these are your chances, your opportunities. Go for that walk. You might meet a friend. Do a video. Go on Facebook like I did, on Instagram, YouTube. I don't know what the hell to do this. And I met people. I met you guys. I met Rosie and Yuko and all of the others and Angeline and tons of people. And that's what you do when you take action. It's scary to take action. We don't know where it's going to lead. But what do they say? Jump and a net will appear. The action you take, make sure it's a positive action and it will change your life. So thank you so much for coming today. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here, and you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day.